Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Speak! Speak a beakies. Beakies, speakies. Speakeasies. Hello, hello. How are you, lovelies? PJB Stampa, hi. Cordelia, hello. How are you? Pam says, I am number one. I am number one. Yeah. Linda G, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Jana, hello, hello. Bitty Penny, how are you? Oh, good, loud and clear. That's fabulous, because I keep on talking. I keep on talking. It's Watercolor Wednesday. It's Watercolor Wednesday. Are you guys ready? I'm kind of chilly. Please hold. It's got to be 70 in here. Turn yourself off, heathen. Apparently not. Abner! Puppy dog! How are you? So we are you guys, I think I have two favorite watercolor people. And one of them is and Andrea Nelson, I don't know. That right there. Wait, Anna Moret is here. Anna Moret, did I miss you? There she is. And Maddie, hello, hello. So, in the description box below, why is this lagging? Are we not playing? You guys are seeing, like, my video, right? I'm like actually here, because on the other thing it's stuck in a loop. It's stuck in a loop. I need to make sure that I'm not stuck in a loop. And I think I just passed it because I'm a dork. Like my video, right? Oh good, nice and loud. Nice and loud. Okay, so in the description box below is a link to Facebook Andrea Nelson, which is what we're going to practice today. And then the link I just shared here is her Instagram. She's also on the TikTok. She's in all the places. So you can go follow her too and be inspired with all the stuffs. So this was our first. Isn't it lovely? Isn't it lovely? I can't remember. There's, I think, 24 pages in this. There's 24 sheets. And I am only doing, I don't know. Do we want to do, I don't think, no, I don't. I don't want to do this side. I only want to do this side. Because it'll take us eons. Because we're only doing this once a month. It's already going to take us 2 years to fill the one side. So here we are. So, and even though we're going to follow her pattern a little bit, I want to do it in rainbow. And I found my sponge. My happy sponge. So we're going to chop off a piece of our happy sponge. Because I think we can make trees with this too. But we're first going to be inspired by Andrea Nelson. In the sense that, you guys, I forgot the water. Oh, you got your holiday card. That's fabulous. That's fabulous. I got a lot of stuff still to mail. I have new stuff to mail. I forgot my water. Sorry guys, please hold. I gotta get my jars. Gotta grab the jars. The jars of the Wawa. Wawa of the jars. Grab our gallon of water. And we got a rag. Got a rag. And then we're gonna get clean water. for the clean brush and clean water for the dirty. And look, it's already dirty because I didn't clean it out very good. Don't come at me. Trees! Yes! So we are working on trees because we love the trees. So watercolor Wednesdays, they're going to be a little bit longer sometimes than an hour, because what we're doing is we're practicing. We do practices, and then we actually make a card or something. And so I might make a postcard, or we might make a card, I don't know. And then if you follow me on the TikToks and the Twitchies, there's more. I think I did this on Twitch. We practice. This was the other girl that I like. She's friends with Lacey. The names escape me, like, I don't know. But anyways, we're inspired, and that's what we're doing. We're following Andrea Nelson art right now. And again, she's on Instagram, the Facebooks, all the things. And she did, in the description, there's a video on Facebook where she did trees and then muted them back so that they were more fall colors. And I kind of want to do that with a rainbow set. And look, this set has a rainbow in it. So we're using the classics. Today. I know, right? So first things first. You get your clean water, your dirty water. You get your watercolors, and you give them a good spurts, as they say. Give them a good spurts. T, not afraid of color. Hello. Deborah, how are you doing? Cindy Decker, thanks for popping in today. Okay, so we have our watercolors. We've got them wet. We're going to use a round brush today. Just a nice, fluffy, round brush. That's that guy. You can get a bigger one. You can get a smaller one. You can use the size that I'm going to use. It's an unknown size because it rubbed off. I don't know. It's bigger than a 12. Although, does it go bigger as it goes, or does it get smaller? Yeah, so maybe 14? 12? Yeah, 14 maybe? I don't know. It's a brush. We're going to get our clean water. Okay. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to start with red, because that's our rainbow, right? We're going to start with red. We're going to get some of this color, and we're going to plop it down. And we're gonna do a little swatchy-roo so we know what we're doing, right? We're gonna clean it off in the dirty water. This part is what's confusing, right? So I'm going to, did she water the paper first? I don't even know. We're gonna water the paper first. We're gonna dab some spots of let's get some clean water though. We're gonna put some water down, and it doesn't have to be perfect. White spots help. I don't think she put dots down, but that's okay. Or the water down. That's our practice. That's our practice tree. That's red. And then we're gonna add the complement of red, which is green, but just a little bit of green. Okay, we're gonna add a little bit of green. And what that's going to do is tone it down. So then we're going, I think, oh, that's nice. So that is a really wet brush on dry. I don't even know. I don't know what I'm doing. We're just plopping some stuff. Maybe we don't like the round brush. I'm feeling maybe I don't like the round brush. Let's try a different one. This is why it's a practice book, so my friends. We're gonna get a filbert. Filbert. We're gonna try filbert. See what filbert says. Oh, I like those better. We're just trying to make a tree shape, right? So that one's better, but we need some red. And then a little touch of green to get a deeper red, right? Because we're going fall rainbow. And we got to keep some white space. That's what's going to help our tree, is we need some white space. So we'll practice with the next color and figure out our shape. And I think we're going to practice with a sponge too, because I'm feeling, I don't know, I'm feeling maybe the sponge might be helpful. I don't know. I'm going to get it wet and have it ready. Okay, so next is orange, right? So we're going to take our orange, we're going to put it down. We're going to try and get as much orange as we can. And so we're going to tap it. I like that. I like that. I like that one lots. That's the filbert, but in a tap this way situation. So I like that. But then we're going to add a touch of blue. Probably this blue. I don't even know. That might be too much. And then we're going to add it to our orange. And then we're going to see that our rainbow is getting mucky. Our rainbow is mucky. Not enough water, but that's okay. And then we've got our sponge. We're going to try that. Look at that. Oh, that's nice. That might be nice to add a little bit of texture on the dry side. Oh, I like that. I like that textured-y bits. I kind of like that. We're going to have to write that down, because this is our sketchbook. This is our sketchbook. The messy palette. Hello, hello. I'm not sure you would trust the filbert. He's a nut. Okay, so round brush, filbert, sponge, S-P-O-N-G-E, I don't know, sponge. So OG color, and then add complement using, what are these again? These are the classic set. Okay, but I like that. So we had a little bit more water there, not enough there, and too much there. Too much there. Maybe use the round side to avoid sharp lines. I don't know. But if we just like squeeze, are you talking about sponge? If we kind of just give it a little squeeze, I really like the texture. Sponge over the dried wash, right? Fan brush makes great foliage. We're doing easy peasy. We gotta make it easy peasy. Andrea Nelson made it so easy. So easy. Okay, we're going to clean out our pan so we can do yellow. We're going to... Yellow! We're going to clean our brush, and we're going to get some fresh water for our yellow. And the complement of yellow is purple. Purple. Are you guys ready for this? Purple. We're just going to get a tiny bit of purple. That might have been too much. I say tiny, and then we just throw in a ton. Oh, we didn't do straight. Okay, we're going to start here, though. So we're going to go ploppity plop, ploppity. Nope, don't like those ploppity plops. More water. More water. Yeah, we just need a little bit more water. Oh, I like that. More water is working for us. That yellow and orange, well, we'll work on the orange a little bit. When we go to do our final, we'll put the colors in here and test them. We'll test them. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. But we need our straight yellow first. Look at how nice that yellow is. Look at our trees. Our plopping in trees. I want to try the wet on wet again, but be not so full. You know what I mean? Free for anyone to come and play. Awesome saucing. Oh my gosh. I still got to fill out the form. I am going to hang... Wait. Wednesday morning. I don't know. Wrong form. I'm thinking of Ginger Cat Lady. I need to fill out her form. I was working on a picture this morning and lurking. Okay, so yellow, green. We're going to go straight with the green. We're going to get some on our palette. And the opposite of green is red. But instead of a lot of red, we're just going to add a teeny bit of red. But before we do that, we do want to do the wet on wet. So I'm going to just put... I don't know. I don't know if that's... Oh, that's good. Wet on wet, and then some areas that are dry. Wet on dry. Oh, I like that one. Ooh, I like that one. And then we're going to add just a touch of red to get our other. And then we're going to get some wet area in here. And then we're going to go in and add more. Okay, I like that much better. A little bit of wet area and dry. I like it. Our trees are so big. Did I see you earlier today? I don't think so. Oh, Barney's your fur baby. Hi, Scrapbook Loft. How are ya? It's 7 p.m. for me, a.m. for you. Yeah, Biddy Penny's an early riser. She'll join. I know. Okay, so that's four samples, right? I want to do another one on the green just to get a little bit of practice in. So we're going to use the dirty water to see where we're going to plop in our wet, and then we're going to go in and drop in our green. That one kind of turned out a little bit dirtier green, but I'm not sad about it. I'm not sad. That's an interesting one. I like it. I like it. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. Those are almost dry, but we're gonna make those dry and practice our trunks, because we have blue and purple left. Blue and purple, right? That indigo color. But we're gonna dry this. Now, I rearranged my cords, so just hang on a second, please. We're gonna plug things in as we need them. Now, you can wait for it to dry, or as Andrea and Lacey say, you can make it dry. And we're gonna make it dry, because we're gonna put in some trunks. Our practice is taking up a little bit of space. It's okay. Chicken Diaries, author. Sorry. Baby Pooh. Jonna Watson. Hello. It's been a while since I've said your name. Thanks for popping in. It's Jonna, like Donna, but with a J. Wait, yeah, it is her. I'm saying hello to the Jonna Watson. I bet hope it's the right one that popped in. Okay, so those are still wet, and I know they're still wet because the paper's. Oh, I got green in there. The paper is cold. When the paper is cold, it's wet. It's all right though. Okay, tree trunk time. Tree trunks for me are super easy. Because I love trees. Trees are good. We're going to take the round guy to do our tree. We're going to roll him in the brown. We just roll him around. And then we figure where we want the trunk. And then you start at the bottom, and then you get closer together. Wide at the bottom, closer together. Now, because we have little white spaces, there are going to be little sticks in there, right? So there, you can just draw in little bitty sticks. Look at it. That's why you need the white spots. Unless your tree is completely overgrown. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. So, there might be enough paint on here. We'll give this guy just a little bitty branch. But we're going to make his trunk a little bit fatter. But it would go down, right? We have a tree in the way. And then we have a branch that's going to go there and catch those. And then this is going to go up a little. And then there's a little branch in there, and I'm doing very gentle touch. Okay, and then we're gonna bring one in here like so, because we like branches, and you can put your branches any way you want. It's another fun thing about them, right? There. Look it. So easy. And we're doing gentle. So I'm going to get some water. We're going to roll it in the brown. And then again, we're going to go kind of like a V at the bottom, and then you go up. Okay. And then this one's going to have a little trunkety-trunk bit there, and a trunkety-trunk bit there, and some bitty bits there. And this one is going to go like so. And that one's going to go like so. And then we're going to have that one, and maybe that one. There. Oh, we almost forgot this one. He's going to have a little branchy brew right there. I love it. I really don't need to practice the tree trunkies, but since we're here, we're practicing, right? So this one, come out and go narrow. See that? Thick at the bottom, thin at the top, like V's. And then we'll do some support ones there. I like that. I like that one with the little supporties. And then we're going to get a little bit more water, roll it in the brown, and again, bloop, bloop, support branch, support branch. Maybe this one's got a couple support branches, because we all need a good support system, right? Look at that. We're gonna take this up. Oops. And don't put your hands in it. There we go. Look at. Yes, the card came to my new place. Awesome sauce. Wait, did I send it to your old address though? Somebody else, I need to update an address. It came over the weekend. I've got stuff to catch up on, you guys. I apologize. Okay, and then this one. And you can even like do your trunks. Maybe you have a stem that goes off, because you know, if you're walking by a nice old tree, sometimes their root system comes out of the ground. Okay, you can add those root systems that are out of the ground. And we'll kind of pretend that like this trunk just keeps going up, so we're gonna go in there, right? And then that is gonna go there. That one's nice. I like that one. Okay, so yeah, I just need to update. I need to update your address. Okay. So we did our practice. Oh, I wanted to see. Oh, we got this guy, and then we're gonna take, and we're gonna mist it, and we're gonna add. Yeah, see, that's gonna be nice if we add the same color when it dries a little. When it dries a little. It'll add a little bit more depth, but you could totally leave them flatty McFlattersons, right? And wait for your trunks to dry, or do this before the trunks. This is practice. This is why we do this. We stick our hand in it and all this stuff. But look it. And from this, I can see that it's ginormous, right? So we have to make tiny trees. Can we do it? Can we make tiny trees? We're going to attempt a couple of tiny trees right here. And we're going to do it with the blue. because why not? So I'm going to clean this up. Oh, maybe. Vacate my pan. If you guys have a color palette mixing thingy with lots of wells, that would be good for a project like this. I don't mind. We're going to just keep cleaning because I don't mind. So we're going to get a little bit of water and we're going to dab a tiny tree, and we're leaving some of that. And then we're going to come in for the blue and we're going to dap it. Oh, that's nice. We can do tiny trees. Look at us. And just put in a tree shape. Okay. And then blue. Complement of blue is a teeny bit of orange. That might be too much. Oh, that's nice. And then we're gonna just oh, that is nice. Look at that. Our little fall rainbow, I think, is pretty. We did good with our tiny trees. We did good. Yep. Okay, so that's what your practice book is for. You get yourself a practice book, you do the practice, and then you do it again for real. For reals, my friends. But we're not making reels today. Okay, so here's our little thing. And if it helps you visualize, you could totally pencil it in. We are gonna do this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we do 7, we can have a little tree right here, and I'm just gonna do a little squiggle. So there's 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so in my little bitty sketch, I realized I'm a little bit too close to the edge right there, and I have a lot of space here. So I'm gonna just shift this little guy over, then we're gonna shift this little guy over, and then we're gonna shift this guy over, and it's still mucky because my shifting skills are not on par. Okay, so we're gonna put our little center one, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there's our trees. That's where our tiny trees are gonna go. I just put some blobs. They're not the best. Jean Morin, hello. So we are gonna start with a clean thingy, and we're gonna start in the reds. We're gonna start with the red. So we're gonna grab our red, and we don't need a ton. And the complement of red is green. Okay. And then I've got my book here. Okay. So I add my green, and then I test. Did I change it enough? I think it needs just a tiny bit more green. Just a tiny. I like that. I like that one much better. So then we decide where we're going to start with our rainbow. Do we start at the end or do we start at the middle? And I'm going to start mine on the end. It's going to go in rainbow order because we are doing well. I have a hard time getting to the lives. Aw, that's all right. That's why we have the replay. But yeah, I prefer. I like the lives because, yeah. Get some of that rich color in there. Plop that on. And then we'll erase those pencil lines. Hopefully, if they're there, they're there. I'm not worried about it. Okay, so there's our red one. Then we need our orange one. And this time I'm not going to grab so much. And the complement of orange is blue. And I'm just using the lighter blue. And again, I might have got too much. Oh yeah, I got way too much. We're going to test it out, though. It might be all right. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Now, if you don't want your colors to bleed together, make sure the one is dry. Make sure that's dry. But I'm going to be happy with a little bit of mixing because, yes, I will be. We're going to go in for the yellow. And then we're going to go in for purple. That definitely needs more. Purple! We're going to give it a little swipey swipe. Don't like that. It needs more yellow. And then we're going to do our speedy swipe. And I like that. Because it is much different from there. So, we're happy. Our yellow. I'm gonna put it over there. It's our yellow fluffy tree. Thank you, Biddy Penny. Biddy Penny, it's up to 9,000 views. I know. Thank you. I know, Maddie, but without you, your lives would not be the same. Thanks. Or wait, were you talking to Biddy Penny? Because she makes lives too. Yeah. Okay, so that was yellow. Oh, we're going for green. We're doing the fall green. We're going to pull some of this green. And the complement to green is red. And we could probably take a little bit of this red and just add it in there and see what that does if we like it. And we'll give a little swipey swipe, and we do. Look at that. And then we're just gonna do some tappity taps in the green. I think this one needs to be tall. This one needs to be stand outing. Cause Jean, actually, yes, the big views is on Instagram, my Ranger, but Ranger also posted on Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. They posted it in all the places. And then we're going for the blue. And the complement to blue is orange, which I'm just going to take a tiny bit right out of there. Again, that might be too much. That might need more blue. Yeah, it just needs a teeny bit more blue. Oh yeah, that's nice. Look, isn't that so pretty? Di says 2 days in a row. Yeah, you saw it on Facebook. That's all awesome. So, it's cheaper to mail card, I think, because several people got multiple cards, because it's just cheaper to mail individually than to mail a package of cards. Okay, and then we're gonna do the indigo, which is a darker blue. So we're just gonna add some orange to this. Okay. And we're just gonna make that turned. That is not the right color, so we're not gonna add orange to that. Let's try this again. Indigo. Let's try yellow. We'll add a little bit of yellow to it and see how that goes, and not as much. It's interesting. I'm not digging how the indigo is looking. That is a blue. It's a purple blue, which let's add both. Let's add the other one. A little bit of yellow and, wow, I don't know, indigo. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, that's gonna be nice. Look at that. That makes a lovely. Okay, we needed more indigo. We got it. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Our hill is kind of going up, and that's fine. We're going to make our hill go up. And then the last but not least is purple. Look, I got all my rainbows in there. If I hadn't messed... Oh, no, stay out. No. Get out of my purple. Hey, Kate. Hold on. I got to redo purple. We got red in there, and we don't want red in there. We need yellow, because yellow is the complement to our purple. Oh, that's nice. Okay, I like that. And then we have all the colors, so we can do our little spongy thingy. Maybe. But we gotta make this dry. We gotta make it dry. This is almost dry. We'll close that in a minute. We're gonna make it dry, because we also need to erase our pencil marks. Some of them might not erase. It'll be fine. Yes, the red was misbehaving. Indigo is a red base. I don't know. It looks blue to me. So it worked with a little bit of yellow and a little bit of orange. I sent it to all of my Painterly friends. Now I need all of my Painterly friends to say they don't like it. To say it like that. Perfect. I can't say normal words. And you want me to say perfect? I can't. Okay, eraser. And don't worry if all the pencil doesn't come up. It's a practice. Or our first time anyways. It actually did pretty darn good. And we barely even see the pencil that was there. There's a little bit of pencil there. But you gotta look for it. You gotta look for it. Okay, so first things first, I want to do our hill, right? Because I wanted to be able to stop my trees. And then we're going to do the green. I think we're going to mix the green and the blue together, the indigo, to make our grass. But before we do that, we're going to get our little spongy sponge. And we're going to grab up some of this red. And we just dab it. I probably should. How do I clean this in between? Like this? Sure. We're just dabbing our sponge. And then that is the orange, which is this one. And then our yellow. And then our green. Look, we just go around and around our little sponge. And then there's not much of that one, but we'll make it work. Okay, we need a little bit more of that one, which was our blue and then orange. Blue and orange. Okay. Wait, where do we want to put it? I don't know. Okay. And then a little bit of this one. And then a little bit of this one. Ha! We added texture to our trees. Some of it's better than others, but we're not going to complain. Look at our trees. I think we did pretty darn good. We used our practice. We practiced our tree making skills. And then we practiced some of that little blobbins. Like so. And now we're going to draw some trunks. And again, we're going to use the roundy brush we're going to get some clean water and roll it around in the brown. It's going to roll around in the dirt. You just sent it to me. Okay. She's popped in a couple of my lives. She was here Thursday. So, well, that was last week. We missed Monday's live. Tuesday was TikTok too. Yeah, she doesn't. I don't think I've ever really seen her in Debbie J's live. And then today, I don't know. Simon Hurley, hello, sir. How are you doing? Yes, we're painting. It's Watercolor Wednesday, and we're playing. We're playing with some trees and stuff, and they're inspired by this lady there, Andrea Nelson. She makes she makes it look so dang easy and fun. That's probably also why I really enjoy watching her. She makes it look fun. But she took bright colors and muted them back with their complement, and I thought, let's do it with the rainbow. So we made rainbow trees instead of just fall trees, which it's like a rainbow fall, right? I don't know. I'm on a rainbow kick right now, so that's where we're at. So we're gonna get our little tree trunkins again, nice and skinny at the top, and then this little trunk is gonna go right through there because this one had lots of century bits. And then we're just gonna connect some of these little doodads, right? And then we definitely liked the trees that had the support from the bottom. And then we're just gonna add some little bits in the white areas, like so. So we're gonna get our brush, roll it in the brown. Betty Penny says, I've not been able to put my stellar inks down. They are pure magic. Thank you for bringing them to us, Mr. Simon Hurley. Betty Penny. Oh, where's... I'll have to see. Did you see I made a spotted ink pad? It turned out so cool. My spotted ink pad. Let me I'll have to go see if I can find the little sample I made. Or we'll make another one because it was really freaking cool. And then that one's got the little bit through the center as well. Maybe this one's a little bit thicker. And then that one is going to go through there. And then we're going to get a little branch there. Look at those. Look at those. Yes, Simon says, so glad you love the stellar inks, Betty Penny. This one's gonna have so. And I use my paintbrush like a pencil because nobody told me I couldn't. You use your paintbrush any way that you find comfortable. I know, more colors. Bitty Penny, more colors. Let's chant. We need more. We need more. Gaz! Look it! Hello! How are you, my lovely? My goodness. I am watercoloring. Yes. We're trying anyways, let me tell you. And then of course our biggest one, our biggest tree is green, because green's the bestest. And I think this one's going to have a trunky bit that goes going to go down just a little bit. It'll be fine. This one's a hefty dude. He's got to hold up all of this luscious greenery. It's got to hold it up. Next month, you guys heard it. Next month. So excited. So excited. Okay. Are you guys going to be painting some fabulous fall colored trees on some of your handmade cards? You can even do like one nice big tree and then stamp one of your little critters. A little chicken. Use the spring chickens from Simon Hurley. Or the birds. If you guys have one of his older stamps with the little birds, you know, the one the one bird. New inks. New inks. I'm assuming, because that's what they were talking about. They were talking. Jean says, oh good, I get 3 paychecks. And we're just getting, and we don't want to fill all the white spots. You don't have to fill them all. Okay. But we probably do want to make it look like they're connected somehow. I did a watercolor Alice scene the other day. I printed flowers with the stellar. It's nice. I know. Inks. I think we need a song. Somebody get us a song about all of the inks. Inks. Sorry. Inks. Okay, I can't quit now. Inks. We need the inks. Oh, sorry. Intrusive thoughts. That one's gonna have a nice little branchy bit too, because this one is just this one's going up there. Okay, look at that. And then we do want to make it dry. We want to make it dry. We want to dry it. Or you can wait. If you're doing a ton of these, set them aside. Do one color at a time for all of them. All the reds, all the yellows and stuff. Unless you want them to bleed together, and then get you a little pan and make a good quantity of all your colors, and then do that, and then go through and do all your trunks. By the time you get done with all your cards, your trunks will be dry, and then you can go in and put your ground in. And remember, watercolors reactivate. So you don't want to get a bunch of scrubbing water on there, right? Oh, Jean. Oh, the mom shuttle service. Have a good evening. Bitty Penny, thanks for popping in. Come on. This little guy, he's not wanting to dry. But we'll make him dry. Make him dry. Make him dry. Look at I love it. Okay, so I was thinking we're gonna mix our green with the blue. Okay, I think if we mix those two together, we're gonna get a really nice new green. Okay, and we can see, we can just put it right here and look, that's gonna be a nice little green. However, I think I do want a little bit more of the indigo in it, just a little bit. I say a little bit and then we put in a lot. Let's get the green back. We need more green. Get the green in there. Let's see. You know, I don't know. I like that color. We're going to add a little bit more green. Just a little bit. Okay, I'm happier. It's more of a greeny gray now. Green gray. Green gray? Gray green. Okay, and then we're just going to plop it in here. We're gonna fill it pretty good with water, and then we're gonna fill our brush with clean water and drag it down, because I've seen them do that. Get your clean water and drag it down. Ooh, look at that. We should have taped it off, but I'm not sad. And then we can put a little bit of dark. We'll go in with a little bit more of that indigo, or a lot, because we can't control ourselves, and it will be fine. And then we're going to add just a little bit of fresh water to that, and just make sure it goes down to blend it a little. And we're gonna make it dry, because this is old watercolor paper, so it doesn't handle the water like it's supposed to, and that's why we're getting this weird stuff going on right there. It just adds to it. It's fine. It's fine. Just leave it. I could have dropped a little bit of yellow in it, but I like it. I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, sometimes life sucks. And then sometimes you get 9,000 views on a reel. And then that makes you happy. If you guys haven't seen it, go visit Ranger or mine, because they're connected. Because we're partnered, you guys. I am partnered with Ranger to make the reels. So if you go to Instagram and you see the reel, either through my page or Ranger's, we get the same amount of views. So they have 9,000 views. I have the same 9,000 views. Deborah! And we don't even have to do the sky. You could, but I'm not going to. That's it. I'm done. But see our little tree trunk? It looks like it's oh my gosh. Sometimes I do a really good job, and I even impress myself. Like, look it. But we need to seal it. Okay? Because what's going to happen is, if I fill this out as a postcard and ship it off to Canada or wherever, it's going to get ruined. If it's raining that day, it's going to get ruined. So what we're going to do, and by the way, leave it open. Leave it open till it's dry. Okay? Leave it open till it's dry. I have this fear of things molding, because it's wet and it's dark and right? So let the things dry. Plus, you have a puddle there. if you close it, it's going to spill. Leave them dry. Leave them to dry. Okay. And then you're gonna get your Ranger goodness, or maybe you're an actual watercolorist and you do a lot of watercoloring, and then you have a watercolor stuff. They make this stuff for watercolor stuff. I don't know if it's exactly the same stuff, but it does the same thing. So we're using the Distressed Micro Glaze, and I just take a little bit out with that because I have nails. If you don't have nails, scoop it out. Scoop it out. And then we're gonna take it on our finger, okay? And we're gonna make sure this is dry. Make sure it's dry. And then we're going to rub it in, rub it in. Oots, oots, oots. Inks, inks, inks. Inks, inks, inks. You guys know it, right? Inks, inks, inks. You can use your finger tool. Finger tool is just fine. It's not gonna make you ill or anything unless you're allergic to it, and then in which case don't stick your finger in it. I don't think there's anything really to be allergic to. It is the original Skycraft recipe. And oh, it even tells you apply over artwork with finger. But if you don't like things on your finger, you can use a dome phone, and I would dedicate a dome phone or whatever. Okay, but you buff it in with your, well, you rub it in with your finger. Rub it in, rub it in. And then you boof it. You boof it out. Come here. You grab a clean, dry towel, which you can use for other things, and you boof it. Boof it. And then voila. It takes off a tiny bit of gosh knows what was there, right? And then you close that up, and then you have a sealed piece of artwork. Now, what does that do for your artwork? Please hold, and I will show you what that does. Uh-oh. They were right there. Oh, I moved them. I moved them to my watercolor area. Okay, so when I did these the other day, I put that stuff on. So with watercolor, if you get it wet, what's going to happen? It's going to run and do the things. But if you put that stuff on, look it beads up. It becomes a resist. And that glaze will protect your mica sprays, all of the things. Okay? Now, no, don't rub it. You're going to dab the water off, right? You're going to dab the water off, and it's fine. It's fine. Jay, no, they're not coming for me. They're coming, probably not even anybody on this street. I just checked 3 pics to make sure nothing's going on. What? There's no craft police here. I am not the crafter you're looking for. But there it is. And, you guys, I didn't even sign these. I need to remember to sign them. Can we sign over the waxy stuff? I don't even know. Let's find out. Let's try with a Sharpie, because that might actually stay. I don't know. I don't know. Ooh, it does. So, yeah, if you forget to sign, you can sign it with a Sharpie. When it's dry. When it's dry. Look, it just looks like grass. And then I have another one, because I did too. Ebeth, using your tail to no, Linux, that's very nice of you to suggest your tail, but your tail is fluffy and it would not apply it very well, I do not think. But so watercolors, I do watercolor Wednesdays, and then we also do watercolors on other platforms. Did I do this on a watercolor Wednesday? I don't even know. Was this last Watercolor Wednesday? Or was this Twitch or TikTok? This might have been Twitch. No, it had to have been Twitch because I didn't practice in the book. This is our Wednesday, Watercolor Wednesday book. Watercolor Wednesday book. We did this one. Look at that. That's what we practiced to do. Isn't that lovely? And then now we have our little postcard in our little practice book. I don't know. I feel like I need to keep these. You might have to wait a year or two for this. Or we might have to make another one, Deborah. Because I'm liking that. I'm liking having our practice and our final. I like this. Yeah. Sorry, Deborah. We'll make another one. Maybe. I don't know. Come visit. And I have a bonus live. I haven't scheduled it yet, but I have a bonus live. Friday at 3. Friday the 19th.